Giraffes are one of the most iconic animals on Earth, instantly recognizable by their long necks, elegant appearance, and towering height. As the tallest land mammals, giraffes capture the imagination of anyone who encounters them. Native to the savannas and open woodlands of sub-Saharan Africa, these gentle giants possess unique physical and behavioral adaptations that make them one of the most fascinating creatures in the animal kingdom. From their anatomy and feeding habits to their social structure and conservation status, giraffes hold an important place in the world's natural heritage. The giraffe's anatomy is a marvel of evolutionary engineering, perfectly designed for survival in the African landscapes they call home. Giraffes are famous for their long necks, but they are not the only feature that makes them stand out. Their towering stature, up to 18 feet tall in males and 16 feet in females, allows them to peer over vast distances of the savanna and locate food sources that other herbivores cannot reach. Their height serves a dual purpose. It allows them to reach high branches for feeding and provides them with an excellent vantage point to spot predators from afar. The giraffe's long neck, however, presents a unique set of challenges. To maintain balance, giraffes have a sturdy body and long legs. The neck itself contains only 7 vertebrae, the same number as humans and most mammals, but each vertebra is significantly elongated, giving the giraffe its distinctive appearance. These vertebrae are joined together by large, thick muscles and ligaments that allow for flexibility and movement. Despite the immense size of the neck, it is surprisingly light relative to its length, making it easier for the giraffe to move its head. A giraffe's legs are equally impressive. Their long, slender legs are designed for speed and endurance, allowing them to run at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers per hour, in short bursts when needed. Each leg ends in a large, solid hoof, providing stability and weight-bearing capacity. These hooves are crucial in helping the giraffe navigate the sometimes rough terrain of the African savannas. Another remarkable feature of giraffes is their heart, which is incredibly large and powerful. Weighing approximately 25 pounds, 11 kilograms, the giraffe's heart pumps blood with great force to circulate it throughout its enormous body and, most importantly, to reach the brain at a high altitude. The giraffe's cardiovascular system is designed to cope with the intense pressure that comes with pumping blood to its head, which is often several meters above its body. The giraffe's skin is also worth noting. Its coat is made up of fur-covered patches, the shape and color of which can vary depending on the subspecies. The coloration acts as camouflage, helping giraffes blend into the dappled light of the savanna's trees and bushes. Their skin is incredibly tough, providing protection from thorns and environmental factors, while their coat is patterned in a series of spots that are as unique as a human fingerprint. These patterns are not just for show. They help giraffes stay hidden from predators by breaking up the outline of their body in the wild. Giraffes are herbivores, and their diet consists primarily of leaves, fruits, and flowers, which they obtain from trees and shrubs. Their feeding preferences are strongly centered on acacia trees, which provide not only nourishment but also the shade needed in the hot African climate. Giraffes are considered browsers, meaning they feed from the higher branches of trees, where other herbivores are unable to reach. A giraffe's long neck and prehensile tongue, often reaching lengths of up to 18 inches, allow it to pluck leaves from branches with incredible precision. Their tongues are typically dark in color, which helps protect them from the sun's harsh rays as they feed. Giraffes are adept at navigating around the thorns of the acacia trees, using their tough, flexible tongues to avoid injury while reaching the most nutritious leaves. Despite their large size, giraffes do not require an excessive amount of food compared to other animals. They are able to sustain themselves by feeding for several hours each day, using their long necks and tongues to access high-quality food that is often out of reach for other herbivores. This browsing behavior can shape the landscape by preventing the overgrowth of certain plant species, thereby contributing to the ecological balance of their habitat. A giraffe's digestive system is equally adapted to its specialized diet. They are ruminants, which means they chew cud to digest their food. After initially swallowing the leaves, they regurgitate the material and chew it again to break it down further before it moves to the stomach. This allows them to extract as much nutrition as possible from their food. Giraffes are social creatures, living in loose, ever-changing herds. Unlike many other species, giraffe herds are not typically organized by strict dominance hierarchies. Instead, they are more fluid, with individuals coming and going as they please. These herds are often made up of related females and their offspring, while males tend to wander in and out of herds, especially when they reach maturity and begin to compete for access to mates. Males engage in a fascinating behavior known as necking when competing for mates. During these contests, two male giraffes will swing their long necks at each other like battering rams, using their heads as blunt weapons. The male who can land the most powerful blows or force the other to back down wins the right to mate with a female in estrus. While these battles may look intense, they are generally non-lethal, and the giraffes will resume normal activities shortly afterward. Females, on the other hand, are more concerned with raising their young and protecting them from predators. Giraffe calves are born after a lengthy gestation period of approximately 15 months. At birth, a giraffe calf is already around 6 feet, 1.8 meters, tall and can stand and walk within hours. Mothers are very protective of their young, and calves are often kept close to their mothers for several months as they learn to navigate the world. Calves grow rapidly, reaching the size of a fully grown adult by their second year, although they do not reach full maturity until they are around 5 years old. Giraffes communicate with each other through body language, low vocalizations, and subtle movements. They may rub their necks together in a gesture of affection or touch each other's bodies in passing. Researchers have even discovered that giraffes use a variety of low-frequency sounds, which are inaudible to humans, to communicate over long distances. While giraffes are large and formidable animals, they are not immune to the dangers of the wild. Their primary predators are lions, crocodiles, and hyenas. Lions, in particular, pose the greatest threat to adult giraffes. However, due to their size and strength, giraffes are able to defend themselves with powerful kicks, which can easily kill a lion if the animal gets too close. Despite this, giraffes are most vulnerable when they are drinking, as they must bend down to reach the water. This position makes them an easy target for predators like crocodiles. Young giraffes, especially calves, are more vulnerable to predation. They often rely on the protection of the herd, with adult females acting as guardians for the young. The calf's mother will keep a watchful eye on her offspring, and if a predator approaches, the herd may band together to drive it away. While giraffes face threats from predators, human activities present an even greater challenge. Habitat loss due to agricultural expansion, urbanization, and deforestation has dramatically reduced the range of giraffes. Additionally, poaching for their skin, meat, and bones has put immense pressure on giraffe populations. As a result, the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, has classified giraffes as vulnerable, with some subspecies, such as the Rothschild giraffe, being classified as endangered. Giraffes are one of the most visually captivating creatures in the wild. Their graceful movements and towering height give them an almost otherworldly presence. Watching a group of giraffes move across the plains is a sight to behold. Their long necks sway gently as they walk in a distinctive rhythm, with each leg moving in a synchronized, diagonal pattern. This pace gait is both elegant and efficient, allowing them to cover large distances with minimal energy. The sight of a giraffe in its natural habitat is one of nature's wonders. Their distinct coat patterns, which vary from individual to individual, act as natural camouflage, blending seamlessly with the surrounding environment. As they browse from the tops of trees or forage in the open, their elegant silhouettes against the golden backdrop of the African sunset are iconic representations of the beauty of nature. Giraffes are not just passive participants in their environment. They play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystems they inhabit. As browsers, they are an important factor in shaping the structure of vegetation. Their feeding behavior helps prevent certain plant species from becoming overly dominant, promoting biodiversity and enabling a variety of other species to thrive. Giraffes have evolved to feed on leaves that are often too tough for other herbivores, meaning that they interact with different types of plants, helping to shape the physical landscape. Their presence also impacts the animal kingdom in numerous other ways. Giraffes serve as an important food source for predators, while their dung, rich in nutrients, helps fertilize the soil, supporting new plant growth. Their interactions with the environment create a dynamic balance in the savanna that benefits countless species, from smaller herbivores to apex predators. The majesty of giraffes is not just something that is appreciated by ecologists and wildlife enthusiasts. It also stirs a deep emotional connection in people around the world. For many, giraffes represent the wild beauty and mystery of Africa, and they are often a symbol of grace, peace, and the delicate balance of nature. Their gentle demeanor and remarkable physical traits make them subjects of wonder for those lucky enough to witness them in the wild. In zoos and wildlife reserves around the world, giraffes are often a central attraction. Visitors are drawn not only to their striking appearance, but also to their quiet, calm nature. Observing giraffes in these settings can provide a deeper understanding of their behaviors, physiology, and the delicate relationships they maintain with other species. Giraffes have captivated human imagination for centuries. In many African cultures, the giraffe is a symbol of grace and strength, often featured in traditional art, stories, and folklore. The giraffe's long neck is often associated with wisdom and perception, as it stands tall above the other creatures of the savanna, able to see things from a different perspective. In some African myths, the giraffe is a creature that brings guidance and understanding, providing insight to those who seek it. In more modern contexts, giraffes have become popular figures in international media and popular culture. They are featured in books, movies, and even as symbols in advertisements and logos. The giraffe's elegant form and playful nature make it an enduring symbol of both beauty and uniqueness. As previously mentioned, giraffes face numerous challenges to their survival, but there is a growing recognition of the need to protect these magnificent creatures and the environments in which they live. Numerous conservation efforts are underway to combat the threats giraffes face and ensure they remain an enduring symbol of Africa's wildlife. Organizations like the Giraffe Conservation Foundation, GCF, are at the forefront of giraffe conservation efforts. Through research, education, and direct action, they are working to understand giraffe populations better, protect their habitats, and raise awareness about their declining numbers. In the last few decades, giraffe populations have seen a decrease due to habitat loss, human-wildlife conflict, and poaching. By collaborating with governments, local communities, and conservationists, these organizations aim to stop further population declines and protect giraffes for future generations. Efforts to conserve giraffes also include translocation programs, where giraffes are relocated to safer, protected areas. In some cases, giraffes that have been relocated to reserves or national parks have successfully adapted to their new environments, thriving in areas where they are less vulnerable to poaching and habitat destruction. In addition to governmental and organizational efforts, local communities have become key players in giraffe conservation. Many communities that live near giraffe habitats are becoming involved in wildlife tourism, which generates income while also providing an incentive to protect the animals. Ecotourism has proven to be a powerful tool for both conservation and local development. By educating people about giraffes' importance in the ecosystem, these efforts foster a deeper connection with the land and the creatures that inhabit it. The giraffe is more than just the tallest land animal on Earth. It is a symbol of Africa's vast, untamed wilderness, a remarkable testament to the beauty and complexity of nature. From its distinctive physical features to its critical role in the ecosystem, the giraffe captures the imagination of all who encounter it. Its long neck, gentle demeanor, and graceful movements inspire awe, making it one of the most beloved animals on the planet. Yet, like many species, giraffes face significant challenges in an ever-changing world. Habitat loss, poaching, and climate change threaten their survival, and without concerted conservation efforts, these gentle giants may disappear from the wild. However, through collaborative efforts between governments, organizations, and local communities, there is hope for the future. Conservation programs have already had a positive impact in some regions, and there is potential to see giraffe populations rebound if these efforts continue to grow. The giraffe's status as a keystone species in its habitat underscores its importance, not only to the African ecosystem but also to the biodiversity of the planet. As we continue to learn more about these majestic creatures, it becomes increasingly clear that protecting giraffes is not just about preserving one species, but also about safeguarding the delicate balance of the natural world. Giraffes, with their unmatched beauty and quiet strength, remind us of the importance of nature conservation. They inspire us to take action, to protect the world's wildlife, and to ensure that future generations can experience the wonder of giraffes roaming the African plains.